the least professional show in the entire station, and they'd like to apologize for absolutely nothing.
Yep.
The Drive continues now.
Brown gets a step on Brewer, runs into Giles, smothered by Harry, ball knocked away, trapped by Bielitsa, feeds it out to Fox, weaves right, left, spins right, to the rim, scores the basket. There's your Petkus Brothers moment of the game. A lot of fans popped out of their seats on that drive up the floor by Fox. Weaving left, right, left, and then one final time to the right with a little pirouette, and they score at the rim.
That is your Petkus Brothers moment of the game for the best backyard and patio deals. Really get yourself a brand new backyard. There is nobody better, nobody with a better price than what, Kyle?
I know you got to finish this read up real quick, but you and I, we have Lance Woods in the studio here, but
yep.
You and I were talking about what were those comedians that you told me I needed to
Oh, that you needed
watch.
to check out?
Yeah.
Oh, they're right behind my back here. Look over in the glass. Kyle, it's the Petkus Brothers. Come on now. Petkus Brothers. Hello, Lance Woods.
What's going on?
Lance Woods is like, real great bit, guys. It's super funny.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Wait 1 second. I did the intro wrong.
Hear ye. It is David of Carmichael coming in live. Sports 1140 on the Drive. With me, Sir Lance Woods.
What's up, buddy?
I'm feeling good, man.
Yeah.
Last night was tough.
It was.
I'll be honest with you, Dave. Last night. But it's like encouraging tough because you watching them and you say, yo, they figuring this all out. And it's like these close losses, they hurt now, but down the line, this is going to be good experience.
I agree. Like, it's all that growing pains. And you don't want to say moral victories, et cetera, et cetera. And I know fans are caught up in the moment. I'm caught up in the moment and tired of hearing that, but it's so true. You're losing the best teams in the game by like a point.
A point. It's a play here, a play there. I was like, even like when Buddy got fouled, the fact that he made all 3 free throws without flinching, none of them hit the rim. It didn't net. It was like they're not nervous. They're not scared of the moment. It's just, sometimes some of the late game execution isn't always there. And they'll get the defensive stop sometimes and not get the rebound.
Right.
Or like last night, like Hayward just made a good shot. He got to a spot and made a shot. And that's a shot Hayward missed all season.
Yep. Of course they got healthy right before. Oh, of course they got it together against the Warriors right before they came in. If we play like we did last night against the Boston Celtics, 90% of this year we beat them.
Yeah.
But of course, even Kyrie Irving out. The numbers show I think they're 10-2 without Kyrie Irving.
Without him now. And
Come on.
And what was the most frustrating part was I had my video all ready to go. Like I had everything I was gonna say down to go. And then Hayward made that shot. I had to change the video.
I saw that, man. And normally we play your videos. We can't because it's pretty much you got to check it out at Sir Lance Woods on Twitter at Sir Lance Woods or Lance Woods on Instagram. It's kind of a visual because you have the music in the background. You were surrounded by Celtics fans just
way too many of them there last night. It was way too many Celtics fans last night. I felt like I was in Boston.
I want to know
certain points.
I want to know how many of those people actually went to Boston.
It was. I felt like I was in Boston. There was deflated balls all over the place. It was.
How you like them apples everywhere? Yeah, right.
Come on, forget about it. Is that Boston?
I think that's New York, but okay.
Same thing.
Everyone wanted to go to the Yad House afterwards.
Yeah, the Yad House.
Over
there.
It was at the Yad House and Benny. Never mind.
No, I think that's New York again.
Is that back to New York? As soon as I leave here, I'm going to watch.
Good Will Hunting?
No. But The Departed.
The Departed.
The Departed was in Boston, right?
I think it was, yeah. That was a hell of a movie, too.
You know what would have been crazy if I said, as soon as I leave here, I'm going to watch The Bronx, too.
Now, that was a great movie. I love that movie.
My family calls me Sonny.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So my mom, my sister, my niece, they call me
Sonny?
Sonny.
Is that from Sonny Corleone or Sonny from the Bronx Tale? Or just Sonny from neither one. That's just their nickname.
They just call me Sonny. But then people were saying I look like James Caan.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's from nose to chin.
I think so. I can see it.
Yeah. Both of us got crooked mouths. That's all that.
I just want to clean something up. Somebody from the 916 on the text line saying they're actually better with Kyrie. No, I listen. Of course, Kyrie Irving is a great player, and we're just saying they're literally 10-2 when Kyrie Irving hasn't played this year.
Yeah.
So it's not a godsend when he's not playing based on the numbers. That's a pretty decent size. Well, it's not like they're 2-0. They're 10-2.
When Kyrie's not there, they are the ball moves different when he's not there.
Right.
And defensively, they switch everything, man. Like there was a point in that game yesterday where the Kings couldn't do anything.
No, they stepped that defensive intensity up.
Anything. It was like a 7-minute stretch. I was like, this is some tough defense because they can switch at every position. And, with Rozier and Marcus Smart, and then you got
Al Horford in the middle, Jaylen
Brown. Like, there was a move, Bogey went to the middle, and Marcus Smart just, like, kind of took the ball from him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it's like, but he does that to everybody. Like,
Marcus Smart's the heart and soul of that defense, too.
Yes.
That
well,
dude.
Al Horford. Him and Horford
Yep.
Horford might be the most underrated player in basketball.
Kings defensive rating and intensity has gotten a lot better since Harrison Barnes came in. It was a tale of two halves. They actually 26 and 23 they gave up in the first two quarters, and that 26 points in the first that was 23 points. And who was it? Was it Rozier?
Rozier hit the three.
Hit the three at the very end. And a couple things like that in a 2-point game. You have that three at the end of the first quarter. You have the Buddy Hield three at the end of the third, I think.
It wasn't three. It was a
two. I'm sorry. You're correct. That was disallowed. And both right calls, by the way.
Yeah.
But they're just that close.
They're right there.
It's very frustrating.
They be right there, man. But like I'd just be excited watching it because it's like, yo, they're figuring it all out, and they're turning the corner, and then looking at the playoffs, and it 3.5 games now.
They're 4 back of the Spurs, 4 back of the Clippers, but the Clippers have the tiebreaker, so really they're effectively 5 back of the Clippers.
So the fat lady, it ain't over till the fat lady sings,
right?
She drinking lemon water right now. She ain't singing, but she getting her voice warmed up.
I mean, my thing today has been not to be Mr. Blind Purple Glasses optimist, but do I think it's likely they'll make the playoffs? No. I don't think it's impossible. I mean, I don't think it's I'm still there. They're so close.
Yeah. I mean, it's because 4 games is not insurmountable. That's with 18 left.
4 games with 18 left, and by the way, one of those games is in San Antonio versus the Spurs, and not for nothing, but the Kings are 2-0 versus the Spurs this year, and they will own the tiebreaker. In addition to that game, the Spurs play Milwaukee on Sunday. They've still got Portland, Golden State, Houston, Boston, Denver in Denver. They've still got some pretty tough games, the Spurs do.
Yeah, I wish I could make the rest of the Kings schedule.
Just all Cleveland?
Yeah, all Cleveland. All Cleveland and Atlanta.
Cleveland, man, I don't know. Atlanta's scary lately. That Trae Young
has been balling.
I go like
Phoenix.
Yeah, Cleveland, Phoenix, and maybe the Knicks.
Then I didn't want to say Phoenix out loud because I think about the game we blew to Phoenix.
That we blew to Phoenix.
I think about all of those little games that we blew because like some of the stuff, man, you lose a close game to Boston, it happens. Those games to the one we blew to Phoenix, the one to what was the other game?
Well, we've had 2 in Minnesota. We've lost.
2 in Minnesota.
They had not against bad teams, but they had a game against the Warriors and a game against the Blazers that they absolutely should have won.
The game against the Warriors and Blazers, obviously in Denver, was.
Oh, yeah, that's the game. I was thinking about the Portland game.
Lakers coming back.
And oh my goodness! The Laker game and the Portland game.
I mean, to be fair, that home game against Miami, they completely stole that game. The game in Detroit, the Buddy Hield shot, that was a last-second thing. We'll talk about more of this with what's on tap coming up in just a few minutes. Before we break, though, right now it's time. Coors Light brings you their cold, hard facts.
It's time for the Coors Light Cold Hard Fact of the Day. Here's Kyle Madsen.
Hey, Kyle.
LeBron James, this is from ESPN Stats and Info. LeBron James entered last night needing 13 points to pass Michael Jordan for 4th most in NBA history. He went 0 for 4 on free throw attempts in the first quarter, tied for his most free throw attempts without a make in a single quarter in his career.
Oh, wow.
He also went 0 for 4 in the fourth quarter against the Wizards on February 24, 2006.
But he got it.
That is a fact about LeBron James from last night.
He got it, though, man.
He did.
Right?
Good for him.
Good for LeBron. Hey, by the way, Kyle, a little known fact. I don't know if you knew this or not. The top 4 scorers in NBA history, all Lakers.
Yep.
I've seen that, and it's disgusting.
It's gross.
It's like
not drafted once. None of them were drafted
But
by the Lakers.
Kobe Bryant is unequivocally a Laker.
Even though he was drafted
Kareem
by Charlotte.
is remembered as a Laker.
I agree with you. But come on.
You're going to claim LeBron James and Karl Malone? Get out of here.
Get out of here.
And then the top 4, and then 6 were Wilt.
That's right. Who's a 76er, damn it. And Kareem is a Minneapolis. He's a buck.
He's a
buck.
And Karl Malone is a cowboy.
Thank you very much. That's 100%.
Karl Malone's something.
And Karl Malone is a horrible human being.
Yeah.
What's on tap is next. Sports 1140 KHTK.
It's the end of the show, but it's the start of your workday. For a cold one, it's What's on Tap. Here's What's on Tap.
What's on tap? Brought to you by
The little air freshener trees for your car.
Little air freshener trees. Outdated, maybe.
They work fantastic, let me tell you.
I prefer the vent clip air freshener.
Sure.
They also have little like wax squares you can put under your seat now. But either way, why drive around in a car that smells like a dead animal? Get yourself an air freshener tree today.
You know, since they legalized marijuana, people use different trees to freshen
It's
their
a
car
great
up.
point right there.
Yeah.
But then they roll around, it smells like a skunk.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah. Or, hey.
Whatever.
What's on tap?
Whatever, people.
Pacers, Bucks, Thunder, Trailblazers. Who cares, right? There's a couple of basketball games on tonight. Yeehaw. Some things we missed or did not get right to. LeBron James passes Michael Jordan in all-time scoring. Yeah, he played more games. Yes, he played more minutes, but he did pass Michael Jordan yesterday. He was very, very deferential to Michael last night.
Wanted to be like MJ. Wanted to shoot fadeaways like MJ. Wanted to stick my tongue out on dunks like MJ. Wanted to wear my sneakers like MJ. I wanted kids to look up to me at some point like MJ, and it's crazy, to be honest. It's beyond crazy.
Then why haven't he shaved his head yet? Because God has been trying to take it off for years now, and he just won't let it go.
We had another one bite the dust last week. Old friend
Andre Iguodala.
I didn't notice Iguodala. Okay, because DeMarcus Cousins finally went bald.
Oh, yeah. Well, DeMarcus didn't go. The Lord has intervened and said, it is time to come home, my son.
DeMarcus been fighting that for years.
And, he fought a good fight.
He did. That's why he brought in the headband.
Yeah.
I don't know if he ever said that in a game, but that's why he started wearing the headband, was because that hairline was running from his eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's rough out here. I don't know if you know how what the hairline means in the black community, Dave.
Of course I do.
It's a big deal.
It is.
You know what I know? White dudes don't really care about their hairline.
No, that's
not a fact.
I have had these wings since I was in 6th grade, and people say I'm going bald. I've had them. Look behind you. Look at these 2 cue balls.
See what I'm saying? No, I'm not talking about hair. I'm talking about the hairline.
That's why I'm bald, man. My hairline was not okay.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, as a white dude, you can get away with it. It's just hair.
I got you.
Like, I'm talking about just the line.
Right.
Like I be watching white dudes, I say, man, and y'all go comb it different ways.
Comb over.
Yeah. See, ain't no comb overs in the
That's true, huh?
It's once that line is not there no more.
Okay, but is the is the African American equivalent of a comb over? See, I gotta be careful. Is the equivalent though? Like, what if you grew it out and then just kind of picked it over a little bit to cover up?
What do you think I'm doing over here?
Oh, really? You look like you have a nice full head of hair.
I do, but you might start to get shy around these parts right here. You grow it out a little bit, and then you just keep it moving.
Okay.
The more it grows, now that line isn't as important.
Gotcha.
It's,
See, I always was jealous. If I'm being perfectly honest, rather than lying to you, which I always do. If I'm being honest here, I was always jealous of the hair. I've told you before. We've talked about it. My mom's sister, my cousins are black.
My cousins are black too.
Are they? That's good.
Mine are not.
And I'm not trying to do the whole I have a black cousin thing. Let me finish here.
Really?
My cousin Tantra and my cousin Sushila both have long braids.
Did you just make that name up?
No, I
Sushila?
swear. No.
Okay.
I have 3 black cousins. Tantra, who is she's a
Contra was a game on Nintendo.
Tantra.
Oh, Tantra.
Tantra.
Okay.
Her name's Tantra. Their last name's Love. They're great names. Tantra Love. She's a teacher in Oakland.
Of course.
And my cousin Sushila. They both, and then my other cousin's Nat, the one boy. His name's Nat, not Nathaniel, not N-A-T, just Nat,
Named
right?
after Nat Turner.
Nat, and he plays saxophone. He went to Berkeley School, and look at me, I'm bragging here. Went to Berkeley School of Music, plays saxophone for the English beat. He's a good dude. Anyways, they grew their hair. They have their hair down to like the middle of their back, and they're not braids. It's like they're
dreadlocks.
Yeah, it's like a comedy of the two. And as a little kid, I used to call them worms. That's how because it looked like they were the worm shape.
Just don't do it as a grown up. But
That's exactly right. So I was so jealous. I still kind of am so jealous whenever we'd be at Thanksgiving or hanging out or whatever. I would just find myself. You can't help it. I can't have awesome hair like that. Their hair is so awesome.
Just don't cut it and see what happens.
I don't think.
Yo, I was going.
It would look so gross.
I might make a video about. Did y'all see Dave Yeager's hair last night?
No.
Yeah, he had the fresh cut last night.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that wasn't super cuts. That wasn't great clips. He went to a black barbershop where they was going through conspiracy theorists and selling bootleg DVDs next year. He went to a shop where they was listening to trap music the whole time. He went and got some aerodynamic.
Really?
Yeah,
I gotta check this out again.
Those weren't scissors.
I've never had a barbershop experience like that.
Really?
I thought it was just movies.
Yeah.
And then I went to this. Dude,
Where'd you go, Kyle?
Yeah.
I went to this place in Elk Grove. I can't even remember what it was called, but I walked in there.
What did it smell like?
Well, first of all, I called the guy and I was like, "Hey, do you take how does this work? Like, do you take?" Well, no, because I just
Is this a colors only shop? Is that what you asked?
No, I was just like, "Do I just walk in and you take appointments?" He's like, "Yeah, I take appointments. Just come on in this time." I was like, "Great." It's one bench. It's just one long bench in this entire place on one of the walls, and all the chairs are in a row.
Okay.
And there are 12 people in the shop and 67 different conversations going on.
That's awesome.
You was there. I know what shop you was at.
It was, dude, it was unbelievable. I literally thought that was a movie thing because my only haircut experience was supercuts.
Right. Same here. Like those, exactly. That's
I've never been to Supercuts, and but my cuts have been super.
I mean, whether it's a supercuts, great clips. Great clips? No. What's the sport clips, which I love very much.
Yes,
fine
awesome.
sponsor
Hot
on the
steam
station.
towel. Love a hot steam towel on my face.
But my experience there, Lance, entirely has been in coming to America.
Yeah.
That's what is that really a thing where everybody's having arguments about Joe Louis and how he's 137 years old?
Yes. I was at the barbershop yesterday.
I want that.
I was at the barbershop yesterday, and we was having a big conversation about R. Kelly.
Really?
In the barbershop.
Okay. We're
not gonna go on with the conversation here, but and it was 7 barbers. Nah, but this is what it is though. But what about the parents? We're not gonna talk about the parents.
Wow.
And over there. What? You ain't never had to pee? It's like all of that going on. it was all over. Maybe he just had a weak bladder. It was like all from across the room. And these is loud conversations all going on while there's 2 Chainz music playing. So we got to talk over the music.
Right.
And everybody got to be heard.
I want that.
The whole time because you sit there and I have half my head shaved because it was just like a straight razor shave. I have half my head shaved and my barber stops and walks over to somebody.
Yes.
I sat there for 10 minutes while he hashed out his differences with this other guy on the other side of the shop.
Yo, I'm in the shop the other day. I'm getting a cut.
Just hanging out.
Look, it's another barber. They talking about some girl, and he's like, no, hey, you gotta see this. So he cuts the clippers off to go show him a video. Yeah. I'm like, I got stuff to do, man. Yo, send him this video later, bro.
I want that experience. I want at every barbershop. At every it's not. I don't go to a barbershop. I go to a haircut place. And every single one, like all of the conversations of quarantine. Like I'm only allowed to talk to my hair cutter and vice versa.
Your stylist.
If you try to talk. If Amy's cutting your hair at Supercuts, and you try
it's actually Trisha, but thank you.
Try and talk, but see, if you try and talk to Trisha, the whole place shuts down.
The whole place shuts down. There's no intra-conversation.
Yo, it's just like black people go to barbershops.
Uh-huh.
You go to haircut places.
Haircut stylist, exactly.
Y'all go to banks.
Right.
We go to check cashing places.
I like that this segment has turned into like. I like that this segment has turned into Kyle and Dave be a little problematic with Lance.
Y'all
Woods.
go to daycare,
right? Yeah,
we go to our grandma's house. It's just a difference, people. It's not better, no worse. We just go to different places. The results all end up the same.
How much time do we have left?
We're out of here.
Oh, we are? Okay, let me start the music.
They send y'all to private school, and they keep sending us to private prisons. All right, that might have been too far.
I hope you enjoyed another episode of Uncomfortable Whiteys with Lance Woods.
That might have been too far. Sometimes I go too far. Every now and
you
again,
can't go too far.
There's always a line, and then I just run all the way past the line.
Lance, we're out of time, but real quick.
Hey,
this
people,
Sunday,
I'm at Punchline this Sunday.
Okay.
7 o'clock, doors open at 6. I need y'all to come out and support. We're going to have a good time. Dave is going to give out some tickets tomorrow.
Yes.
However he going to do that, he going to give out, what we going to do, 4 tickets?
Yes, sure, whatever you give me.
We're giving out 4 tickets tomorrow, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Keep supporting this show. Nothing but love for Kyle and Dave. Social media, Twitter, Sir Lance Woods. Instagram, Lance Woods. Facebook, Lance Woods. Snapchat, Sexual Charcoal. Christian Mingle. Never mind.
J-Date.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, I got off all them sites.
Okay.
Tinder, swipe right if you know what's right.
That's Lance Woods. Thanks to Kyle and Jay in the back. Jim Rome is next.
Jay, what's up, baby?
See you tomorrow for a Friday edition right here on Sports 1140 KHTK. That's the average white man playing right now. Bye-bye.